Design Review, where we are checking out suggestions from you, the lovely, lovely audience, for designs of the Marble Machine 3. I'm here with Sir 3K. Let's get these design reviews on the road.
Wahoo!
So, we have a lot of design reviews to go through, so let's get straight into it with this Longworth timing. And wow, what's this? Oh, this is the timing index. So here you can set the tempo for the music timing clutch.
Just a fast clarification if it wasn't clear enough in the beginning. These are designs that you, the audience, have sent in to us in the Dropbox folder. So this is from the audience. We're taking a look at them right here, right now.
So this is supposed to replace this thing down here. And I just realized now that please put your credit in the CAD. Or in the CAD file, because I don't see which this person is from, but it's really cool. What wouldn't work with this is that it doesn't have steps in the... I want to this is like a sliding scale, and I would like complete steps for this function. But thank you so much for sending it in, and burn your name into the pieces or put it in... You can also put it in the browser tree here with the file names here, so we can give you the proper credit.
Yeah.
Really nice to see some CAD.
Awesome work. Woo!
Yeah, cool idea. I would never have thought of it. Next design. Tension timing. Okay, so this is like a quick way to... Why is there two things? So we have timing belts on the Marble Machine 3. And this is a suggestion on how to quickly tension the belts. I wonder why there's two of what the other one is doing. Maybe one is locking and... Or maybe it's coarse and fine? Coarse adjust and fine adjust or something. Really nice to see someone actually using my CAD and making a suggestion.
Yeah.
And again, please put your credit in the names of the parts, because then I can, then we can see that clearly. Next design.
Woo!
What is this? So here, Stridlar have put their credit into the thing. So shout out to Stridlar. Programming drum mechanism. So I think this is for how to lock the programming drum onto the gears.
Mm-hmm.
Nice section analysis here. Oh, so these are these kind of window locks. And here's a really nice how you can see how it slots perfectly into place. So this was before when I decided to bring the gears with the drums off the machine. So we don't need this anymore, but I think the design looks really nice. Chill the Freak sends this cool combined escapement and Marblegate sketch. I think I saw this as an image and I asked for it as a CAD file, and here it is. So thank you so much for sending it in. So this is simpler than my current idea, and I'm going to try to open the current idea so we can go a little bit more in depth on this one. I hope nothing is crashing on us here.
And while you're doing that, I just want to say, as usual, a nice hello from Slice of Sparta, you know. Design review, let's go. Time for the smart people in chat to shine. My suggestion is add racing stripes. Maybe some flames. Real flames. Cheers.
Real flames?
Thank you as always, Slice of Sparta, with the support. Always sending some nice super chats our way.
That's fantastic. Since we ended Patreon because I felt I was selling the butter before I made it, these super chats actually makes a big difference for us. So thank you so much. I think I should compose like a Slice of Sparta opera melody. It's like this.
Yeah, he earned it. There we go. That was a Slice of Sparta.
I wanted it to be like like a horn sound, and it was music box.
You know, that was a taste of Sparta right there.
Okay. Here, and I finally managed to find what I wanted to show you. So the design that we have right now is 3 parts. So the outside and a middle with the escapement and the outside. So these are 3 parts. What I like with this design, it feels like the marbles are sitting very neatly. But Shield the Freak here has gotten our 3 parts down to 1 part, and it's very easy to machine. So this is definitely something to keep in mind. And you can see the obvious simplification. But I would like to this is like, I'm gonna get my 3D printer here, and I'm going to print, and I'm gonna prototype these things. Or someone else wants to try to print and prototype these. You can download this, and you can download also all the suggestions from our website. Oops, I went before.
Oh, well, spoiler.
So thanks, Shieldy Freak, for this. It's going to be a trade-off between maybe like the perfect functionality with more part or less parts. So thanks for that. So next, the sign. And here we have... I almost made Sir 3K spit out his water. That's a good day. Look at this. Nei Stridlar have sent. I think this has been custom CAD'd for the Marble Machine 3 project. An acoustic bass. It looks brilliant. I'm going to iterate on this. So see, now I'm working with people who send in CAD.
That's so cool.
It is cool.
And for those who just joined this live stream, right now we are taking a look at all the beautiful suggestions that the viewers have sent in to our Dropbox folder. So right now we're taking a look at the different CAD files that have been sent in.
And I feel right away, I'm going to put this in the machine right away.
There we go.
So here we can actually see if I can import this. CAD submissions, insert into current design. And also, it's going to look cool because it has the same color as the flywheel. So let me pull it up this way. There. Maybe angle it a little bit more like this.
Ooh.
Boom. And this looks nicer, doesn't it?
You know what? This deserves a baba boom right there. Woo!
Color coded with the machine, and also Nei Stridlar have put Nei Stridlar's credit into the part themselves. If you do that,
is brilliancy right there.
yeah. If you do that, you get this shout out.
Brilliant.
You can even see the color of my face changing with the zoom.
Ooh.
So thank you so much for sending in CAD. I think the future of this project is going to be super interesting. When my CAD gets more serious, the CAD that you can send back to me will get even more serious as well.
Yeah.
Already getting great suggestions. So that was all the CAD we have for this week. So now we're going to go over to still images. So
yeah. Let's see. There we go.
Bowden muting system. Let's see here. Bowden cable, trigger movable around programming. Oh, this Bowden cable for dropping the marble themselves. I was going to say that this wouldn't work because they are not fast enough. But maybe it would work. So the mute disconnect assembly is very simplified in this image. And Bowden cable have quite a lot of resistance as well. You know, when you pull a bike handbrake with a Bowden cable, you have to push pretty hard with your hand to brake.
I never noticed that.
The joke is implying the enormous strength of Sir 3K.
Ooh. I just want to give a shout out also there. It's kind of hard to see in yellow who sent this in, but the name is Soadian.
Soadian is down to the left. So
yeah.
Put your credit with high contrast colors. But thank you for the sketch. Next design, drivetrain designs. Counter-rotating flywheels, 0 vibration. So there is a lot of extra gears and 2 flywheels. I'd rather try getting the flywheel we have balanced enough so there's no vibrations. But interesting. I never heard of this before. Drum gear. You would have these spokes on both sides of drum and a driven gear on one side and at least an idle gear on the other. Pins through. This will keep the drum concentric with the gear. So this is interesting because this suggestion is solving a problem that we do not have anymore.
Okay.
So if we go back to CAD, briefly.
Yeah, you go first.
Yes,
I saw
a nice, smooth behind-the-scenes action by Sir 3K right there. In my new ideas, these things stay together with the programming wheel at all times. Not only is it easy to put them off in one package like this, but also, like Hannes pointed out, if we take them off like this, because this is not a real thing, this one, the machine is getting very small for transportation. So yeah, let's go back to the design thing. But so this problem is not here anymore.
Okay.
Add a 1-1 gear to the input shaft at the rotation, and the rotation direction will flip for the whole machine. True. I want to keep the gear train efficient, and adding something at the very beginning like that will put the input force further away from the gear train. This would work, but I want to avoid it if I can. The flywheel is heavy and should have support on both sides from Lars. Very beautiful sketches here. Flywheel frame, also known as A-frame, main frame bearings. Yes, I think this is a very, very good design idea from Lars here, or Lar 5. Is it Lar 5?
I would say it's probably Lars.
Yeah. So I agree. Otherwise, eventually the flywheel will just fall down.
Yep.
Screw, plate, clamp. Here's holder spring force. Okay, so this is also solving an idea that we don't have anymore because we wanted to clamp force on the flywheel. This has been fixed with less dumb design requirements. So thanks for the solution, but I solved it by removing the problem entirely. MMX tower, this is cool. We saw this one before actually. Off-the-shelf parts, more channels, grow machine vertically. Crazy cool idea. Worth to mention, off-the-shelf 1-64 Planetary Gearbox. You have to think of torque as well, because when you apply 1-64 on the center shaft, so how can I explain this? If I make this, so in this suggestion, there's a gearbox in the middle and it's applying the torque to the center of the shaft. So say if this is actually half, this is the radius of the giant programming wheel. And in this design, the force is applied on the shaft only here. So imagine trying to turn the middle of a wheel this big around. Basically, it's a huge force. So in my gear trains, I want to apply the force on the outside of the ring. So basically, I'm going to try with something smaller. Yeah, I think you get what I mean. So this is a little bit why I want to have these big gears putting the belts on the outside of the wheels is because of the torque.
Mm.
So we don't only have to think about gear ratios, we also have to think about like where we apply the torque and how. Was that
Super clear, Martin. And I see a lot of new people joining in on the live stream. What we're doing right now is we're reviewing the viewers' design suggestions.
Yes.
So that's what you see right now for the Marble Machine 3.
Yeah, I almost said X before. Inverted belt idea for removable programming drum. This is brilliant. Wait. I was too fast here. Wow, the belt can just stay there. Permir Fabrica. This is why I get thrown curveballs that I couldn't even think of. So first, I didn't think we could make this inverted design because the belt that preys on noise.
It preys on noise.
Doesn't exist double-sided. This might not be a suggestion for the actual implementation, but this sketch might give you an alternative idea. The key is the use of an inverted belt so the drum can easily be removed. Permir Fabrica, super cool idea here. Because, of course, when we change it out, we don't have to fiddle with the belt. And I might already have the problem that the programming drum is going in the wrong direction. Super cool. This might happen. I don't like the stationary rollers everywhere because I feel all these 4 wheels are eating energy. If we go to CAD a little quick. Oh yeah. It looks the same almost. We have only like directly up here. It's not all these small little wheels everywhere changing direction of the belt. I have the idea, yeah, we can go back, that eats a little bit of energy, these tight bands. But I did not think of this. Fantastic idea, thank you. Fusion 360 suggestions. There was empty. Instrument placement.
Okay. That is
beautiful.
It's a triggery thing.
Triggery. Fretless jazz style double neck figure wood base. Link from Progwheel to Marblegate. What is this? For
new sorcery.
No new sorcery.
No, the stream hasn't freezed, people. It's just 2 people thinking really, really hard on what they're looking at.
So the top sketch is... Oh, it's muted and unmuted, I think.
Yeah.
So top sketch is... Because it's... Oh, this is brilliant. No, is it brilliant? Because I was, we have this pushing versus pulling problem with the programming wheel directions. And here is kind of, the pushing has been made into a pulling. So in the top sketch, I think... Yeah, this is it. In the top sketch, the bottom part will move to the right and a note will be played. And in the other sketch, when the thing is taken up...
I just want to do this quickly. It's from Bastian G.
Oh, nice, Bastian. We hide your credit. Don't put your credit in the lower right corner.
That's where we usually hang out.
This is a very interesting idea. We'll definitely have this in the back of my mind. Thank you for this. Also a curveball that I wouldn't have thought of. Okay, here we have some.
Okay.
Yeah, unlock. I figured it out though.
Genius.
Unlock. Use bi-cables to connect the registrators to the marble gates. That's the same idea we had before. To Connor Strothman. Might be possible if they are not like too hard to trigger. Idea from Makiex from Finland. Cool. Neighbors to the east. More pivot timing. Also, a note. It's not more. Note. Pivot timing. And it's already the new Marblegate design I see there down to the right. Cool. Thank you. To change the direction of the marble gate is not necessary. Oh yeah. Puts the
linkage on top instead. Okay.
Wait. What am I looking at?
MMX just
Yeah,
moves it up.
Yeah, the linkage is on top. It's from the other direction than what I normally look at it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is simple. I was scared of the height, but maybe if we make the machine lower, this solution actually could work. So thank you, Juan, for sending it in. I saw other suggestions from Juan, I think.
It's been busy. Brilliant.
And this is another push version for the links. This is also brilliant. I love this sketch. It's simple.
Let's see if we can see everything here.
Mark Gracia, patroner, previous patroner. Thank you. We don't have Patreon anymore, but thank you for being there when we had 2 tracks per channel or 2 keys. Can synchronize the shift with special channel. So this is about the 2 music program idea. Can synchronize the shift with special channel. I've seen something like this before. Shift drum left. Oh, okay. Well, wait, now there's a programmed. I've actually seen this before. I think we have this in 2 people. So the idea here is to put a diagonal track on the programming wheel, so the wheel by itself shifts at a certain time of the song. And it's not exactly what I want to do. I want to shift whenever I want to. But it's cool.
Chat is reminding also about if to use bike cables, it should be hydraulic bike cables.
Oh, are they like less friction?
Probably yes. There's saying in chat here, hydraulic bike cables, yes.
Okay, brilliant. Hydraulic sounds like oils. Like it's a fluid, and it just sounds like it would not be like snappy and fast and frictionless.
Sounds dangerous.
Talking about fluids.
Oh, cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
And once again, for viewers who are just turning into the stream, today we are focusing on reviewing designs that the viewers have sent in. Designs for ideas for Marble Machine 3. Mechanical
transistor if stop, pulling on yellow pulley movement, A and B disconnects. Pretty cool. Although again, friction induced. Inducing friction. Mute up or down. Let's see what this is. Yeah, it's the same idea as before. To put the link on the top side. That would work, but be high. What's this? Devilry.
It's a crane of some sort there. Lifting something.
I think it's to get it pulling instead of pushing, but we're still pushing up there to the left. But I love these images so much because it does challenge everything I have like pre-thought of. Did we miss some credit on that one? No. Scribbles.
Hydraulic cables are faster used on mountain bike brakes. Hydraulic cables are sold in pre-made packages and they are snappy as Bowden / cable brakes.
Yeah, but how snappy are Bowden cable?
Like this.
Sliding block instrument. Yeah, some kind of instrument. Oh, is it like it's going to... Are you introducing like a rotation there around? I don't quite see it. So it folds itself together. I think it looks a little tricky to get the movement direct. New category of our design review. Should we show the topic screen so everyone knows what show they are watching? design review
Yes.
with Wintergatan.
Oh yeah.
Once per week, I think we're gonna do this.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll look through everything.
It won't get funnier than this, people. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Is this made on a whiteboard? Maybe not. Active, muted, loop machine muting concept. Using the same interface for both playing and muting gives flexibility. So active. Okay, yeah, I think this would mean that the spring is tensioned when it's muted. Muted. I'm just trying to see how this works. Basically, I think this is exactly my plan, with one exception. The two things holding the spring would rotate with everything. Programming wheel stud, adjustable hinge point for timing can also be used for muting. Spring, drumstick, rest rebound catcher. Flexible to allow full force hit.
Okay, wow.
Okay, so this is cool. This is actually an idea I've used on the project I worked on during the break. So you have a positive stop, but it's flexible enough to be beaten through. But after the drumstick hits the skin, it will push it up again. So you won't have the drumstick resting on the skin. This is a nice idea.
Yeah, brill.
Let me know when we're hiding the credits. There's no name behind it, right?
No, there's no name. I will try to keep an eye out.
Cool. Spring steel, spring drum. Spring steel bands. From Gusti 222.
I just want to show that beautiful thing behind us there.
Oh yeah, it's the nice. It's the music box thing. Also, style point for the boom in the sketch up to the right there, by the drum.
Boom! There we go. Ba-boom!
Spring steel bands. It's almost exactly the way I'm planning it, except I don't want the spring steel to bend. I want that part to be rigid.
Hashtag Team Mountain Bike is appearing in chat.
Okay.
About hydraulic cables.
Yeah, I should buy one and feel it, or go to a bike store and feel it. Marble spins magnets on drumstick. Drumstick moves down, snaps down, smacks, slaps, bang, spikes, or bounce, pounds drumhead.
You can move one forward. There's an addition to this image there with some washer also there.
Washer shaped.
Oh, a magnet.
So, am I hearing the chat screaming boo?
Oh.
People who followed me for some years now have a little PTSD around magnets. But the idea is cool. To switch the polarity and to make it snap. It's a super, super creative solution. Little bit too complicated, and magnets are kind of banned from the universe.
Yeah, as rectangle patterns in CAD.
Rectangular patterns and magnets. One lever disengages the gear at the top of the motion. The other re-engages at the bottom. Drum charging disconnect. Okay, so this design is about if we were to use paper programming. At the moment, we're not planning to use paper programming, but this is where we talked about in the episode when we were thinking about using paper programming, and we wanted to charge the drumstick with a spring force, with like a reload time, like an ability in a computer game. So charge it up with a spring, and then just pull a little latch, and boom. Drum charging levers. One lever disengages the gear at the top of the motion. The other re-engages at the bottom. How would it reset? Because I knew there's some kind of cool... So the gear to the left there is spinning. And on the bottom, gear can slide. Is that the re-engaging? So we don't have this issue for now. If we go back to paper, we will have the issue and I will return to this. Cam for drum beaters, also spring this way. Can also be configured for different number of loops. Let's spring this way. I think this is the solution we've thought of. Camshaft drumstick mechanism releases rear part when fully down. This is the same solution on how to recharge the spring down stick, so we don't have this problem anymore. I think this is the same. Yeah, this is the latch.
Yep.
That's a nice sketch. This is the latch. You pull, you press the orange handle and you have a boom.
You have a boom!
Boom. Oh, there's a video.
Oh, there's a little video also. Wow, there we go. Oh, yeah.
One more time. Beautiful. No sound.
Yeah. The baboom.
Okay, so now... Yes, okay. This is solving the same issue. This comes so close. But there's an edge case. Because we can't control... It's the halfway hit. So, I don't know if I can... Imagine... I'm gonna try to play it again. Imagine that the yellow drumstick is trying to play exactly when a green tooth is in its way. That's the edge case. That's why this doesn't work. So, because now it's only playing between the green teeth. So let me play it again. Now it's trying to play, and it won't play that note.
Okay.
So that is the whole thing. So that's why this I think comes really close. But what you have to do is that the left side of the yellow part has to only be there after the drumstick has made the hit. So in this resting position, you need to somehow remove that yellow part or disengage the yellow part. And then when it hits the blue drum, the yellow back end should come out and start to engage with the gear. Let me just say that and one more time because I think this is really cool. Now it's trying to play. It wouldn't work.
Okay, yes. And it's so fun to see an animation.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
This solves the same issue. Fixed gear, constant rotation, locks open, shifts when it reaches drum. Locks on close prematurely. This is solving the same thing.
And this is sent in by Shadow X.
So Shadow X have tried to avoid this thing. Fixed gear, constant rotation, ramp. Shifts when it reaches down. Lock open. Okay, so the little lock there is not engaged. And the thing is released. And it's hitting the drum. Boom. Third image. Lock can close prematurely. How does the lock close? So the banging triggers the lock, shifts back at the top and slides onto lock in the process. Yes, please apologize if I missed this, but I think that the yellow drumstick would never be free to make the hit. Or is the fixed gear on this? No, the fixed gear is on the side again. How do we get the gear to move? Anyway, at the moment, we don't have this issue. If we want to use programming paper, we would. So let's go to the next design.
And
marble
do you
case.
know who just joined the chat?
Wait. Slice of Sparta.
Carlos.
Carlos Montoro.
Carlos Montoro.
Our dear
Yes.
friend. Carlos has challenged Hannes in a deadlift competition.
Well, bring it, Carlos.
So Carlos...
So nice to see you here, though. The creator of the cyber base on Marble Machine X. Pretty badass man, I might say.
Carlos is not giving up, although he spent his life making a base for a machine. He hasn't given me a hard time. Neither should you.
Be like Carlos, okay?
Yeah. Carlos, give us your deadlift personal best so we can see, so we can compare with Hannes. Independent final deep point. No
Final loop point.
final loop point. No additional leverage. More freedom in drop height. Final drop point.
Final drop point. Yeah, drop.
So this is about... Okay, now I see it. It's about the marble gate. It's about moving the drop point back. Okay, this could be something. It would reduce the repeatability because we wanted more time for the marble to fall down to the drop point. Linkage closer. Compact long arm. Ooh, I kind of like this. But it would... The arm... You have to put a linkage on the underside of the pivot. I like how close to the wheel this arm is here. So right now, if you just put a linkage under the pivot on the other side, this is nice. Also somehow cool sketch. Like little artsy. This is exactly the same sketch with the linkage on the correct position. This is a nice sketch. Ball drop, center pivot, makes drop arm longer. Compact long arm. Funny, with two people, or is it the same person? Can I see him? Is it the same paper?
It's a different sketch, though.
But do you have credits for?
No, I can't see them.
No, it's the same person. You see it on the teeth on the wheel. So you did put the pivot on the other side. Awesome. I commented it on it and you put a slide into my slideshow, the next image. Impressive. Joachim Monsen, marbles from machine, main drop side zoom view, extra drop fast notes. Huh. Interesting. I didn't really understand how it would work. Is this a animation?
No.
Can you remove us so we can just see the tooth interaction on this one? Oh, it is an animation.
Was it animation? Okay.
Right, let me try it.
Here we go.
Is it playing?
It should be.
Okay, I'm not really following it. Let's go for this one. Single part escapement wheel. Key properties. A single part, no sandwich. This is exactly the suggestion we showed in the beginning of the stream from CAD. From Credit Norwind, Heja Norden. Good idea. Here it is. Same idea. Marble handling, everyone. Marble sorter. This is for the different sizes of the marbles.
Oh, we got movement.
We got movement. Yeah.
Oh, smart. Yes. Yes. Oh, this is so cool to see. Wow.
I'll play it again with the music. Good idea for a marble sorter. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. ABC, keep all marble drop heights the same. No need for per channel adjustments. Will work for different tempos. If different, can only have tight timing at one tempo without readjusting. Yes, I talked about the different... Okay, so the idea is to do what we did on Marble Machine X, to move all the gates to the exact same drop height. Marble release and marble hit point have the same distance everywhere. Gravity is constant. That's a good physics joke right there. With Bowden cables, my friend.
Yes.
For the marble releases,
Yeah.
this would be possible.
Ah, yeah.
Because there's no like mechanical. It's like think like a hand brake.
Yeah.
You have it up there on your bike, but something happens down
Behind
there
you.
on the wheel.
Oh.
With Bowden cable, this would actually work.
The hydraulic bike brakes cables.
Okay, sorry, hydraulic. So I was like omitting this. Like, no, this is not possible. And now I realize with Bowden cable, it is. And we can flare out. Ooh. So, okay, I have to... So many times when I see your suggestions, I'm like, no. My brain is just like, no. You know when you hear someone saying something and you're like basically almost off. No. And then when I don't click next image too fast, sometimes something comes up. Let me show you CAD. Little quick. So we have the beautiful base by Nils Stridlar here. And I hate that it's on the side. But I thought that I needed to make this program wheel wider. But for example, this flaring out. So for example, if we want a marble gate exactly here above the base, with a Bowden cable, they do not have to be in line with the programming wheel at all. So we get full freedom with Bowden cables for marble gate positions. And also, there's only one little cable. Okay, I'm warming up to this.
You're warming up. You hear, chat?
Bowden cables for muting, Bowden cables for marble triggering.
Oof. Could work.
Do they have like a return function automatically? Where is the spring in a bike handbrake? Is it in the lever itself or is it in the cable?
Sadly, I'm no expert. Sadly.
What?
Sadly.
So the genius is, of course, that with a Bowden cable, you don't have to have like a clear mechanical route. So if this thing to pull this, you have to have like, it's very like three-dimensional. A Bowden cable can just snake its way down wherever we need it. We can do a lot of cable management. It will look very efficient. Huh? Something to dream of.
And if we just take a quick look on this angle, we're really good at cable management here in our studio. So cables on the machine is, of course, the solution to go for. We are experts in this.
Muting mechanisms. Muting mechanism by Cameron Devine. Top view, programming pins, spring steel, shaft colors, levers.
The spring is in the lever itself. It's in the handle, it's in the lever. Yep.
Oh, from the bike.
Yeah.
When the cable is pulled, pieces of spring steel are pulled out of the way to mute the channels. Ah, this is pretty interesting.
Tyler Piper bike cables will also add to the Matrix Sentinel factor.
Yeah, definitely. Bike cables are an interesting option. I do think they're too slow, but if they're repeatable, slow is actually not an issue. This whole machine will be Bowden cables.
One big cable.
Yep. So this is a cool idea. So if you see the cable on the top sketch, think of that as a Bowden cable, and it can be pulled down. And that's what happened there in the second sketch. It's pulled down towards the bottom of the screen so that the red things are missing the spring steel. I would probably do it like up and down, because to the side like this, it's hard to I would angle the spring steel 90 degrees and pull it down or up instead, just to get away from the channels next to it. Interesting. I did not think of that. I think it could work. No hit when lifted. It's lifted straight up. The problem with this is the edge cases again. So when you try to lift this exactly when the programming pin comes, you get a half hit. So one of the genius things with the registrators that we did have, I don't have an image here now. Sorry, this went too fast. Is that there was no half hits. So on the Marble Machine X, I could pull the muting lever whenever I wanted to. And this is going to be like a design requirement. You know what? Let's head over. Let me just see if I can prepare it, Hannes. Let me actually head over to the design requirement document here. Let's go here. So earlier today, we made a design requirement stream, and we have a really beautiful design requirement document now, a much cleaner one. And I just realized that I came up with the first requirement right now for section 5. So if I do a page break here, registrators, and I'm going to give this a normal text paragraph. Registrators shall, because it's a shall requirement, what I learned today.
Yeah.
Shall only registrate full hits. Register, I think, should be a better. Register full hits. 2 R's. Registrators should only register full hits, half if channel is muted in a way that makes programming pin create a half hit, this hit should not be registered. A little redundant text from me here. Registered. Muting mechanism shall registrators shall only register full hits. If channel is muted in a way that makes programming pin create half hit, this hit should not be registered. That's enough.
Boom.
I don't have to say the same things. If a channel that makes this hit should not be registered. Okay, that was something that you made me think of. Let's go back to the design review.
Yahoo!
Yeah, and also what I want to say that if there's something that we should try to replicate on the Marble Machine 3 is a muting mechanism of the Marble Machine X. It never gave me problems. Always worked. I could do the levers like this, and it was only full hits with the marbles, no half things.
Brilliant.
Direct cable to muting switch, same problem here. Immediately, half hits. The cable has to go through the axle of the register to pull always in the right direction. So if I'm pulling this up while the programming pin is there, you will have a half hit, and it's not accepted in the design requirements. Direct link to the gate, muting system that allow to slide the whole system registrator and muting system to switch between chorus and verse. Can I see what it says?
Without worrying about the programming pin's positions.
Direct link. How would this work? Direct link to the gate.
And it's from Ethan Daggs, this one.
Muting system that allow slide hole. From Ethan Daggs. So the left thing turns, which lifts the whole thing up. Yeah. It looks cool, but I don't understand how. I don't understand really how it would avoid half hits and what happens when it comes down again.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's pick up the pace here.
Mute. A-B songs. Yeah, we saw this. The angle is going to be too hard. Not muted. Muted by pulling the actuation away from the programming pin. Am I slow? 3K?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a lot of suggestions to go through
Okay.
today. So only to that we won't be here all night.
Okay, good. But I also don't want to miss it.
No.
Muted by pulling the actuation pin away. By pulling the actuation away from the programming pin. No messing with the mechanical connection to the marble drop escapement. Not muted edge case. Unmuting and hitting the pin from the top will fall into place. Maybe we should revisit some of them while we're working on the things then. Not muted, muted by pulling. I fear half hits, but maybe we can fix that. Unmuted connects to pins. Does not connect. Oh, this is the same idea, I think. Shifting better verse chorus. Direct link to gate. No risk when shifting. Fixed length. Rotating equals lifting equals muting. Yeah, so it's the same problem that when you lift, it's a half hit problem, I think. Using pneumatics to mute. This is cool, maybe. Inlet valve. Open close. If open, piston will compress and not transmit force. If closed, air. Half hit issue, I think. Steel wire string, friction issue. Same problem, same idea as someone else, which is pretty cool.
It's the other category here we can have. It can be anything in this category, everyone. This is exciting.
Music interface for each channel. Independent performance module and programming module. Suggestion: marble machine design separated into modules with different functionalities, integrated together via well-defined mechanical interfaces. This is good. It's a good way to think, I think. Marble machine divided into performance module and programming module. Performance module outputs a rotational torque with variable speed. Music interface. It's very technical. Okay, it's a cool way to see the whole thing.
And this is here only so we can hear it.
This quick release mechanism could secure the programming wheel and loop. Ooh. Standard parts, everyone. It's for a whole bearing.
Quick release bearing and coupler.
Good inspiration.
Oh, wooden marble sizes calculation.
Wow, this is really the other. By D&H, this is the person who sent in the indexing idea.
Yeah.
So shout out to D&H. Good stuff coming from D&H. Fusion pro tip. There's no need to manually enter the D number. Just click on the other dimension instead.
Oh.
What? I know you want to go hard and fast 3K, but I can't let this one slip by.
I'm heading over to CAD then.
Just click on the other number instead. So 30. What do they mean? Manually. Oh, wait.
Just click.
Look at this. I make this blue.
Oh! Oh!
We're done for the day.
Oh! Woot the woot!
And that was super. Okay, this, everyone, Fusion Gold content right here. Who's this from? It's behind us.
What does it say there? Let me just do this.
Daika.
Daika Duke?
It's from someone who has their own logo, okay?
Yeah, so this
meme.
person means business.
Yes. That was awesome. Fantastic. We're learning. Next, design. There was a video there as well.
Okay,
of course, I
nice.
missed it.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Whoop.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
Brilliant. Thank you for sending such a brilliant pro tip. Amazing.
Oh, this is all the numbers.
Oh, this is great for the indexing plate.
Yeah.
I should show this in CAD. We have to kind of give the people
The context.
Yeah, I can't just like make I'm gonna try to be fast. These holes should not be at the same place.
Chat is screaming. Finally, you learned how to click.
Okay. So these holes should never be in the same place, and the way you do that is to use the numbers on the suggestion. We can go back to the suggestion. Prefer highly composite numbers. Perfect. No, I'm stupid. This is not at all about that. This is about composite numbers. Okay. Sorry for that. Load, transport, wider, side view. Exchange both drums with one trolley. So that you have a trolley, center of gravity during transport. Interesting. One trolley for both drums. Cool. Let's take the next design. Timing discs. Spring pin shaft from Inuyasha. Timing disc. Spring pin. Yeah, I don't think we need this anymore because the timing disc stays on the programming wheel.
We have more images of this. There's a video, yes. Okay.
Whoa.
Excited. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. Nice demo. Hi Martin, the taller the triangles, the more the spring is pulled, the louder the note. Adding dynamic and potential ghost note. Yes! This is exactly what we want to do. We're gonna have different beaters and fewer holes, but longer ones for triplets and stuff. So dynamic for the loop drum. Who's that from?
Doesn't have a name.
Quiet note, loud note. Love the sketch. Love the suggestion. Next design. Sleeve with programming wheel. Enforcement.
And there's a follow-up immediately after here as well.
Right side. Yeah, so this... I think we fixed this by having the programming wheel completely removable.
Yeah, and there's even more after this.
Side.
And more.
I think we solved this. General frame suggestions. Some general suggestions from a non-mechanical Marcus H. Bonus Penguin.
A bonus penguin. Love that.
This is wonderful. Extrusions versus CNC tubing discussion. Wow, cool. Extrusions Pro, availability, adjustable strength to weight ratio, assembled to prone. CNC tubing Contra, manufacturing time, availability, fully custom parts. Late design adjustments are difficult. Dedicated design, solid strength to weight ratio. Personal conclusion, yes. But the Tour CNC tubing would be better for this version of them. Combination of both would be possible. I love how thorough this was. Fantastic. Thank you, Marcus. How will the angle brace gusset be inserted into the pocket holes prior to welding? Current geometric constraint will not allow angle brace to be put into place. Cutouts of the brace solution. Widen the brace to be the same thickness as the frame or shift it forward back to be flush with the frame edge. It's a really great point. If the welder forgets one part, because the welder can put them into place because it's not welded, but if the welder forgets it, then the solution by Michael Davidson would work. Paper programming with marble-sized holes. Cool idea. We're not gonna do papers.
Whoa.
Muting, changing tracks with one lever.
I mean, look at that sketch. That's beautiful.
Fantastic. Lever works. Can you read it?
I can't really see it either.
To change tracks on one drum, first has to muting plus changing tracks with one lever.
And just a reminder also, when you're sending in your designs now, we would love if they were in 1920, 1080, right?
Yeah.
1080 and 1920.
Lying down like a video, so lying format, and fill the whole size. But this sketch is very beautiful.
Yeah, so we can watch it in full screen and see all your glorious detail.
I have to go back to this. I can't really see. Beautiful sketch. Scroll, finger B. Can gain or lose mechanical advantage based on the fulcrum's rotation. So this is the scroll ID again, the paper. We're not using scroll.
I think this is regarding to that super chat, the fine
it is.
viewer left the last stream.
It is.
The whirling marble machine.
So thank you so much, both for the super chat and for this. It's a band inside. That's crazy.
That is outside the box thinking.
Inside the cylinder, outside the box. Changing music tracks by Ira Matos. Pivot, programming wheel. This will reverse activation direction. The registrator. Wow. Hang on. Wait, okay. Okay, this is cool. So you just spin it around. How do you avoid double hits though? Half hits. So you just spin the thing around. Slides back and forth. Very, very interesting. We'll return to this, but half hit issue. How do you avoid half hits during changing? Programming pins.
Here we go. It's pin time.
If the pin break, venting hole from Aaron Wilson. We're gonna have a venting hole. That's great. Move lever to switch to the orange track. Can you remove us, Hannes? During the track change, the registrators move up and away from the surface and then back down to the other track. The movement is so small that the link to the marble gates might just need to be a little flexible or have a small flexible joint. Programming drum surface with blue and orange tracks. So the mechanism here I'm totally approving of. I'm scared of half hits. So this is going to give us the sideways movement, but we also have to somehow unmute everything, lift the registrators back, shift it over, fold the registrators back in, and unmute everything. So I said unmute in the beginning.
Ben C is the one who sent that in.
Awesome, Benzi.
Oh wow, what is this?
No pin is the best pin. This would be for making the final drum and not prototyping. Music, topographic map, CAD and CAM.
CNC, there we go.
As easy as that. Topographic map. So, yeah, you would need to produce a wheel per song, which seems a little excessive. But in a way. And you would not be able to program on the go. Marble feeding hopper. Paper scroll marble cams by Daniel Wendell. Maybe relative to Lucas. So the paper scroll, we're not in that anymore, but thank you so much for the sketch. Holding the programming pins with this thing from underneath. We won't access underneath from David Bene, so I think we can't do that if it is a programming pin. With countless insertions, the double end will make faster work placing the pins, adding a magnet at the bottom. Okay, so there's 50,000 holes, and you would need to add 50,000 magnets. To make them stay in place, you would need to either glue them or, yeah, I could probably have stopped after 50,000 magnets. One idea that I had for a long time is magnetic film. So if you could line the inside with magnetic film, but that film is not, then you would not have to have 50,000, just one magnetic film. But I haven't found strong magnetic film. So if someone finds really strong magnetic film, we could line the inside of the programming drum with that, and we don't have the O-rings of the pins. But we will have people saying boo for magnets. Programming pin, programming wheel, thin plate of hard steel, attach. Okay, this is the same. Shear. To put the shear into the registrator. A lot of people had this idea. It's a good idea, Dirk. Thank you. Spring pins, also from Dirk. I thought these were our solution to all of our problems. People say they're not so flexible as you would hope. And I don't think I saw them in 3 millimeters. They start from 8 or something. Pins are rounded on all sides, but one facing the registrator. Since they are spring-loaded, if they hit something, they will be pushed into the programming wheel.
Enoch Daniels.
Yeah, so same here. 50,000 of these springs and parts in the programming wheel is not feasible. Oh wait, no. So, I'm sorry. There's a new pin. I'm stupid. I think this is too tricky to get done. So this is the paper idea again.
Yeah.
Nice sketch. I'm just going through.
The toggable.
I love these toggable ones. There's still... so John Alveus already put it in. This is an old idea, and I calculated to achieve retractable programming pins like ballpoint pen would require 50,000 parts. And I saw this one time. This is the best toggable idea I've ever seen, because it's such a simple part. This could work. If someone else builds a marble machine mechanical music instrument with fewer tracks and fewer resolution, I think this is the way to go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
H-shaped holes for pins. Its pressures of pin is too hard. It snaps into secondary hole and thereby angle its way out of the way of the registrator. Yeah, I'm afraid that it would switch and the holes would take up too much space. And Carl Westklen has added a good explanation text as well to that image.
Yeah. Clarification.
Some clarification there. Make programming wheel out of individual programming disks. One programmable disk per marble channel. Yeah, okay. Disks are swappable. Outside the box? Tricky. tricky to align every channel. It's an alignment issue and it's a manufacturing issue, I think. But I love the curveball ratio in that suggestion. It's a big one. Link to mute gate, insert shear pin here. Okay, yeah, this is shear pin discussion. Bearing block.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Ooh. So my idea is it's better to have. Thank you so much for using something that I really recognize. My design. Let's go to CAD quickly.
Yep.
It's this part here, and I think it's cool to have this shaft to be still, and to have the bearings inside here, like we have. Because I have this idea that if the shaft is still, we can go back. The drum will rotate more around its center. If the whole shaft is rotating, the shaft needs to be completely straight as well. A very nice sketch.
Whoa.
Now
that's a Mad Max programming plate if I've ever seen one.
Stud welded. That's beautiful.
Okay.
What's this?
What happened there? Okay.
Programming wheel. Prog wheel to hub connection. Yeah, we don't need that anymore, but thank you for the sketch. This one we saw. Yes, so this is the same. We fixed all these issues by keeping the hubs in the design. Both programming drums can be removed from the machine in one assembly. This means that no belt adjustments are required. They are timed to each other. Wait. No timing adjustment is required on the rest of the machine, as only the relationship between the drums is important. Preferably the transfer rotation from the crank direction to the backbank should be done with Delring gears, which should be silent and will not require belt tensioning. I love Delring gears. This is a really cool idea.
It's sent in by Crafted by Orre.
So the backpack.
Love the title.
Yeah, super cool to give your suggestion. And also, love the format of this suggestion.
And
1920.
also the font of the backpack. I recognize that one.
Also the font. So thank you for this delivery of the idea as well.
Chef's kiss.
I give this a design suggestion a 10 out of 2. Next review design.
Whoa, here comes a lot of text. We
keyboard.
can't see it.
Now, and this is also trying to fix a solution that I fixed with leaving the hubs inside the programming wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So probably a brilliant solution to an issue we don't have anymore. So thank you so much for sending it in. And also, if you can, try to show the idea with the image only, because it's hard to read all the text. Programming wheel, belt quick release. Wheel, belt quick release. Release pin for removing tension, adjustment. This is great.
Yeah,
Who's this from?
Kubuksu.
Yeah. Thank you, Kubuksu. This is exactly what we need to do. Programming wheel on rollers. Yeah. Also from Kubuksu, I recognize the style.
Yep.
So the rollers will sound and will be an alignment issue. I'd rather keep it on the central shaft. Notice the ability to tune horizontal alignment. Wheel turns once each rotation. Ramp shifts over the whole barrel. Yeah, these are the spiral music boxes.
Yeah, it's sent in by Lucas Wender as well.
Yeah, okay. Wheel turns once each rotation. Ramp shifts over the whole barrel. Yeah. Cool. Since it's programming hole ventilator, small ventilators groove on each hole. Yes, we're gonna have that. Regards, Mad MMX. Also, since it's easy to switch drums, you don't need to add holes for waltz on the same drum. Use specific drums for waltz tempo. Whoa.
Ooh, waltz drums?
Very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Very outside the box.
Ordinary programmable drums, specific programmable waltz, tempo drums, and concert drums.
Concert drums.
Let's take a look in full screen on that one.
Could have holes made for specific songs only. This makes it quick to add pins without any human errors. Just add a pin to all holes. You should always be a little suspicious when it's just two.
It's just
Because we do need to...
Been there, done that, right?
Yes, we do need to tour with these things and having 3 sets. But this is a brilliant outside the box suggestion from Mad MMX. I have to say the general level of all these are great.
Top notch. And this is from Michael H.
Awesome. 2 versions. Removable carry handle for the programming drum. Oh, a handle can be left on during concert and screwed off for videos. Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
There's handles on the drums. Programming drum shifts to the left like a barrel.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, kind of.
To play longer music. Yes. Only using 90 degrees for the basic pattern and then repeating the pattern 4 times to complete 360. You can use 4 bolts, 90. Yeah. I was thinking about this. If we want to put the indexing plate on more places, you can use 4. That
was from Anonymous Fan right there.
Okay. Thank you, Anonymous.
And also, I just want to, one more time, for viewers who are joining the stream right now, what we're doing here, we are watching design suggestions from the audience. They have been sending into our Dropbox for solutions for the Marble Machine 3.
And we can show our beautiful... No, we can't. You can actually show our design review.
That's what we're doing.
This is the show you're watching.
So let's see here in full screen.
The only engineering React show on the planet currently. At what point will you start materials testing? There are some assumptions about material that might change the design after testing by Fishtail. Example, when there's a failure and the weakened registrator part fails, is there enough rigidity in the programming wheel to avoid deformation? Will this deform? This is a very, very, very good question by Fishtail. If you weaken the registrator enough to prevent deformation, will the registrator break during heavy use? So I love this submission by Fishtail because it's informing us about good practices later stage in this design. We have to start to look at material sooner the better, I guess. We're still very early though. No threaded inserts for the indexer on spokes. Inaccurate and potentially many points of failure. Get some steel bar to drill and tap precisely, then screw it onto the spoke. It can be inset in the plywood for 0 clearance. Okay, so what would you use for hints? Okay, you want metal. I see. More exact indexing. I hear you. Thank you for the suggestion.
Registrator, here we go.
Old registrator, new registrator, new hinge, single rod connecting 50 registrator spool. Left, center, right. So no need to shift axle. Yeah. To pivot only the little point. We have 2 suggestions like this here. To pivot only the little point would be so nice. Single rod connecting. New hinge. But then when they go back, how do they not? Okay. Drum with multiple channel from Alan. This is a great sketch. How do we avoid half hits? We have to mute it.
And in the bottom it says, no need to shift registrator axis or drum.
No. I love this concept. There's still some work on it to make it work because we have to avoid half hits. It's these half hits edge cases that makes everything complicated. Great sketch. Thank you. Multi-track registrator, Alfonso Samano, track A. I guess there's...
Oh, wow.
No track.
Okay.
Cool. It's the half hit issue again. Great solution, but what with the pins that almost hits it when it's turning around? Moving registrators with leverage. Side view. Registrator in position for reverse. Changing to moving all registrators will probably need a lot of force. Adding a joint in the lever allows to have leverage for the sideways movement. It's a good idea. Chris from Switzerland. It's about giving the sideways movement more force. This is Switzerland are known for their mechanical engineers, and Chris is a prime example of that. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Crude sketch, but the idea is that there will be another axle with rocker arms that would drop or lift sides of a single registrator. This would allow selecting the track which actuates the registrator. The dropped pins could be spring-loaded so they don't break when dropped on a programming pin. Oh yes, this is... I love that there's a lot of solutions where we don't switch the registrator sideways, and 3 different great ones. This one from Lauka. It's a half hits again.
And chat is really now wondering what is even a half hit. Could you have to explain it fast?
Yep. Half hit is so my hand is a programming pin and this is a registrator. This is a full hit. Everything works as it is. But look now, when I try to mute it, but just before I mute it, the programming pin makes a half hit. And this will mess up the marble gate because it will not travel the whole expected range of motion. And as long as we can have the smallest hit, and this is not acceptable. So the only way to use these kind of things is if the shifting lever unmutes everything well before. So unmute, then start up, and then this half hit will do nothing because we have already disconnected the connection.
Ah, okay. Perfect.
So we can allow half hits as long as we're not pushing them into the marble gate. So so that's the half hit issue. Thank you for asking for some context there. Add a cam to push the registrators away from the pins and have a path along that cam to shift the registrators side to side with a pin. And a spring maintains pressure on the cam when the registrator arms are being raised back into contact with programming. From John Belanger.
I think there's a video coming in the next one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, the side to side is already there. The angular motion is 10 degrees. Wait, this is pretty... Wait, I have to look at this again.
Oof.
Oh, wait, this is pretty good.
Oof.
This is pretty good, I think.
Wow.
What do you think? 3000.
Since I'm an expert in all this looks really cool.
So, there's one thing missing from this. Half hits are still there. But imagine, I'm going to try to play this again. Imagine mute all. I have an idea for that. Then do this. Unmute all. So it's a really cool... So lever one way, 180 degrees. Would switch it over. I think we could make this disc... A lot of friction though. Super idea, John.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thank you. Instead of making the registrators move sideways, how about using 2 half-size registrators for each marble gate? This seems like a more simple solution, and it even allows you to switch songs while the machine is playing. Both sides muted. Wait, is this genius? Instead of making the registrators move sideways, how about using 2... Okay, first of all, we have the double amount of registrators, but okay. we should be able to make that. Both sides. Okay, this is genius. You know why?
No?
This uses exactly the mechanics of the Marble Machine X.
Yeah.
It doubles a lot of parts. It doubles... Like, if we had 36 vibraphone notes, it gives us 36 more Bowden cables. It gives us 36 more registrators. It doubles a lot of parts. This is the simplest solution of them all. And it uses... This gets me really excited because it uses exactly... There's no sliding back and forth. I'm sure this is the mechanically simplest. It is the most part... It doubles so many things. And it also allows us to play both programs at the same time. So we actually have... Imagine that. Wait. Am I thinking correctly? Imagine you can make a song. Do we have the full cam? Do we have the action cam? Four angle split thing. There we go. Oh, with the design review up there. So imagine what I think that would allow. Say that the first loop is and then on with the second. Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh my god.
So you could like, so I started first playing like the white key there, and then I added the black key at the same time as a call and response.
Oh.
And of course it's a little stupid because I could have added that on one drum as well, but...
Cool idea.
Kersentart, you ruin my PBS keep part count low, but I think you actually solved this issue. This is brilliant.
Great.
Thank you so much for this. It makes me happy. Next meme. A review. Design.
It's getting late here, folks.
It's so many brilliant ideas. My mind is blown. That's why. Okay, next. What is it now?
Next design.
Design.
Yes.
I'm the one pushing the slides.
It's you. You're in control, Martin.
Kersentart, you made me like no. You made me forget everything. Single side machining operation on POM. No bending of the metal part. Knurled metric bolt. How? Oh. Is this brilliant as well? So this is the registrator. Because what was just shown earlier, the double-sided registrators, we need to make them much smaller. And then it's so funny because this was a genius idea from Kersentart, really genius. And this is the idea that I would need to perform this idea.
Yeah.
Because this is a beautiful knurled metric bolt. Because I wanted to keep everything centered. Who is this from?
Sadly, no name on it.
No name, you're a genius. Single side machining operation on PM. I was like, how is the bolt staying there? And then I realized, well, it is because the rectangular track of the PM part is holding it in. And how do you make the sketch so you only have the sketch lines visible through the... Oh, the background has been removed and there were opacity. I see how it's done now.
No, it's the grading on our screens. Look at mine over here.
We have a contrast issue with our HDMI cables, and that's not for now. This is a brilliant idea. Registrator shifter. I'm humble, Peter V. Main shaft that all registrators pivot on. Shaft that lifts the registrator. Cam that lifts the registrator. Fixed pin that rides in groove. Groove spirals around. Notice how lateral movement is coupled with lifting cam so that it only slides side to side while registrators are lifted. So we have two different families of solution on these two program things. And thank you for like getting all this. It was only yesterday I talked about this, right? So we have this one, the double, or we have the sliding shifty thingy family of suggestions. All interesting. Thank you for those. Pin start, lifting register, pin and lifting register. If Marble Gate will release marble to play while lifting the register, marble drop moment can happen anywhere inside this wide angle and will require a very fine timing adjustment and may not be 100% repeatable. This is an instantaneous moment when the register is dropped. I hope this is more clear. Can I read the second text there? This will require almost no timing adjustment because this dropping moment happens in a very narrow angle, so it's much more repeatable. From Ricardo Camargo. The Marble Gate will follow the precision of this. So the Marble Gate is not triggered when the pin falls. The Marble Gate is triggered as soon as the pin is touched. So pin and lifting register. Now I see what you mean. But it is repeatable because actually this screw adjust exactly when the marble is being dropped. So when the registrator returns, has nothing to do with the musical timing of the marble. As soon as the registrator is hit, the marble is being dropped. Here we go. Tiavor. This is also shifting. Oh, this is also creative. This is also shifting the registrators between program A and program B. Only issue is how do we avoid half hits? And there's only one person so far who have submitted something that doesn't allow half hits.
Half hit wonder. Oh, it's belts.
That was...
Do you know what belts do?
They should.
Prey on noise.
Impossible to install belt due to brace. This is very true. If we do this brace, we can't get this belt in. Thank you for that. You could use a timing belt like the ones on bicycles. They have a small wall in the middle so that they cannot slip to the sides.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice little wall, actually. Timing indexing.
There should be a lot of new ones since we did this yesterday.
Oh, this is such a good explanation. Same angle between all holes. 360 degrees, 40 holes. Love this suggestion. Thank you. Do you know what I just realized before today?
No.
Can you show CAD?
No. I'm waiting for you.
Here we go.
Now I can.
Sorry. Good back and stuff. Look here. I think this drum is going to rotate half as fast. So the gear ratio to this drum is not going to be 1:8, but it's going to be 1:16, which means that this little friendly pulley down here needs to be 4 times as large, which means we can make this pulley down here and this indexing disc the same part.
Auga!
So we can cut all these holes in the black pulley. So now we have 2 parts.
When 2 parts become one.
beautiful things can happen. We can go back to the presentation. Indexing plate, same number of holes in each diameter. Each outer circle of holes is shifted by the desired resolution. The more concentric circles there are, the more resolution is achievable. The hole on the outermost circle still doesn't reach the next hole in the innermost. The concentric hole pattern can be very close so that the plate can be much smaller. I love these fantastic simple explanations. I'm going to return to this when I'm going to design the indexing plate. So thanks to Ben C.
Yeah, it's a continuation.
Here's the continuation.
And there's even more next one.
So I'm going to look close at this. I'm so humbled by all these smart people sending in so much useful stuff. This is so beautiful as well. So thank you, Ben C, for this. For a 1 degree resolution. Yeah, everything is here. This is the answer. Thank you. Vernier alignment plate. Number of 18 pins, 20 holes. Yeah, I see. It's the exact same idea I used from the outside, but on the side. By Cody Whelan. Super good sketch as well. Thank you so much for that. Timing indexing mechanism with infinitely variable output selections using helical cut gears. So this we do not want because we want set things. But this reminds me of when we tried to build a mechanical governor. And this is a great idea for that idea that we never got to work. If someone can build a mechanical governor that it's not only have a top limit, but can say 90 BPM, you spin a flywheel and the output's always 90 BPM without friction, call me.
Oh, look. This must be that we saw in Fusion at the start, right?
So who is this from?
It's sadly no name on this either.
Oh, there's a name. No, it's the indexing or indicator. This is so beautiful. We saw this in CAD. T-nut slot. Fantastic design. Adjust shrink of both wheels by adjustable roll. Timing adjusting wheel. Adjust horizontal position of axis by hand screw. Yeah, so tightening the band will not adjust the wheel.
It's from Dirk.
If I understand it correctly. Thank you, Dirk, for the sketch. The number of holes per row represented can be converted by the angle between holes. So here's another nice explanation.
It's from Love. No, go back, please. It's from Bing over Google. Mathematician.
Oh, cool. Inner wheel plate, outer wheel plate, exaggerated gap. Make markings. Oh, just like a bolt like that. That's another way to do it. But now we can have one part. 20 holes, more of these. Thank you, Mike Perry. There's our chat hero.
Oh, Hall of Famer.
Mike Perry Gretzky, Hall of Famer. Using the programming surface for indexing, programming drum, indexing drum, index holes, shaft. I get so inspired seeing all these ideas and sketches. I think they're also beautiful. I don't understand this one though. Using the programming surface for indexing. That's the programming drum. Indexing drum. It's my first idea. It's when it's in the first live streams from the first week. This could definitely work. It's nice to have it from the outside, but right now where you want to put those pins, there's a timing belt. So
same one.
For timing the loop precisely. Okay, so this is a screw. I think the indexing plate is better. Here's indexing plate geometry from whom?
Sadly no name, I think.
Okay. Dividing, same theory here. So thank you so much. People love this skill stacker. People love this issue, right?
Yeah.
It's so funny. Here's a skill stacker. 5 spokes. I'm gonna look closely at all these when I make that. Oh, is this a video? Barnstormer.
No. No video.
Barnstormer wants me to reconsider something. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Martin, you're a touring musician. You should know better than anyone else that shipping something this big, fragile, and complex is madness. First of all, I'm I go on the defense right away.
What do you say?
It's not going to be fragile. You said that shipping the machine in pieces is an unnecessary design requirement, but as someone else in chat said, not disassembling the machine is the unnecessary design requirement. Not making the machine in 2 to 10 pieces makes it far harder to maintain and also makes shipping mistakes far more likely. In order to make it robust enough to move, the frame is going to have to become huge and probably nearly double the weight of the machine. You're going to need to take the marbles out for shipping, so it's never going to move in a ready-to-play state anyway. And taking the marble out will be easier with modular design too. In every possible regard, completely ignoring transport just feels like bad engineering when it's hardly going to affect the complexity of such an intricate device. Using belts also means that the mechanical tolerance between sections of the machine is a non-issue. Please reconsider. Barnstormer, I agree with you on one thing. Ignoring transport just feels like bad engineering. I'm so with you there. Almost on everything else, I take the totally polar opposite perspective. So just, for example, unscrewing and screwing a bolt, every time you can do it, you can misthread the bolt. So countless times on the Marble Machine X frame, I put a bolt in and it just got stuck without going all the way in because I cross-threaded the bolt. So every time you take something apart and put it back together again is a huge risk. But what you're saying about ignoring the transport, definitely not. We have to think about it. And we can go faster, CAD, Hannes. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. We're soon done, I think. And for example, I want to lower the whole machine. I think I'm going to make this drum 70 centimeters instead of 80. And I'm not going to put the vibraphone resonators between the drums as I first thought. So I'm going to put this on top of here. So if this is true, I can lower this with like 40 centimeters or something. So I'm going to lower the height. And we can remove these drums to make it smaller, like in transport. So
we're getting there.
I totally agree with you that the transportation has to be a design requirement. And to honor your text, I'm going to go put it in to the official design requirements. Detail requirement. Let me see here. Transportation without inducing errors. So we can go back to the CAD. So I really appreciate the care for the machine, but we're reaching completely opposite conclusions, which is kind of interesting. So thank you so much for...
We all will meet in the middle.
I hope so. 20-foot and 40-foot containers. 20-foot...
Yeah, yes. A bunch of standard sizes.
Perfect. From Patrick B. Woodworking tip, workbench wheels. That's maybe for the machine. Yeah. I think we should have a trolley with the wheels. Leveling casters. Yeah, I think we need something bigger than this by Patrick Kim. But I think we need some lifting thing. We need kind of like one of these. Or some lifting thing. Off the machine.
And there we were.
Is that it?
That was everything, Martin.
Let me show my beautiful little screen that I made.
Are you so happy with it?
Design review, everyone.
It was been delightful.
There was a lot of great stuff. And also, I was joking a little bit with you, Barnstormer, there for your suggestion. I was thinking exactly like you on the Marble Machine X. And on this one, I'm thinking the polar opposite. But every suggestion forces me to think, and you're all helping me making my dream come true. I can't thank you all enough for all your beautiful suggestions. And I'm going to let Sir 3K take over.
I mean, this has been so wonderful. And I know some of you have been sending new suggestions during the stream. We preloaded this presentation, so I couldn't add those in this stream. We will review them at a later date. We have not forgotten about you. But it's been a wonderful time. You're so amazing out there. So fun to see your suggestions. You have some brilliant ideas. So fun to share this moment with all of you guys. You're awesome. So that's gonna be it for us from this studio here. Take care, everyone, and see you on the next one.